Hello, hello. Welcome everyone to Caspio Live. It's Ned. I hope everyone can hear me okay. If you can, please let me know in the chat window. And we will go ahead and begin with today's session. Just go ahead and type something in there. Let me know that my audio is working properly so that I know that you can hear me okay. And we will go ahead and begin. Loud and clear. Hey, Eva, thank you. Thanks for the confirmation. So yeah, first and foremost, I do want to let you know about one thing regarding the live stream. Unfortunately, we have to move the live stream to a bi-weekly session, so twice a month. It's just really hard to keep up with all the content and all the other video goals that we have. So yeah, unfortunately, we are going to have to move them to twice a month, bi-weekly. And that's starting with the very next session. So on the 30th is we're going to have our next session. So we're going to skip a week, and every 2 weeks we're going to have our Caspio Live. So at least we're not completely removing it. We're still going to have it. It's just going to be twice a month now. Because again, it's really just hard to keep up with all the content, with everything else that I have on my plate these days. And I received a few emails too, and I haven't had a chance to reply to these emails yet. So unfortunately, that's just going to have to be moving forward. So if anybody has feedback or suggestions for topics, please let me know. So twice a month, every other week, bi-weekly. That's correct, Judith. Okay, so what do we have for today's topic? So I got this idea from PG&E actually, because where I live, we've had some outages recently with electricity. And I wanted to opt in and receive a text message every time there's an outage in my zip code. And PG&E does have that capability. So when I went to their website, I opt in by providing my phone number and my zip code. And every time they submit a report, I will get notified via SMS. So I thought it would be interesting to bring that to the live stream so that you can see how we can associate phone numbers, zip codes. So when somebody on the PG&E side or an admin submits a report, all the zip codes and all the phone numbers associated with that zip code will receive an SMS in real time to get notified. So it's a really interesting topic. I thought it would be very useful if you're looking to do a trigger, to do a comparison between the zip codes, so that when they do file a report, you get notified. And I'm going to give you a live example. I downloaded this free template off the internet. If anybody likes this template and you want to use that for your own project, you can go to this link. It's a free download. I don't know if you have to include a link back to their website. I'm not sure. I didn't really read what the copyright is on this template. You might have to include a link back to the website to give them credit. I don't know. So just read through it and see if you can use it for free without having to reference back the link to this template. But let me give you a live example. I created a very simple use case today. It's just a mechanism to fire off the SMS whoever opts in. And if you'd like to test this out, you're welcome to do that. I'm not going to expose your phone number. So if you want to receive an SMS when I submit the form, go ahead and come over here, put your phone number, and for zip code, use 44444. So 5 4s. And then put your phone number. And again, don't worry, my phone number is in the table. You will see that I'm not going to expose my phone number, but I will show you my phone when I receive that text message. So if you'd like to be a recipient of the SMS alert, just put your phone number here, zip code, and hit submit. And in the end, I will go ahead and just obviously remove all the phone numbers from my table so that I don't have them stored in the database. And then we have somebody from the PG&E side, and I keep using PG&E, but somebody from that company, utility company, log in, like an admin level user. So we'll just say mike@admin.com, password is test. And when I log in, now I can submit a report. Now, everyone in today's live session hopefully knows that when you log in, we can be redirected to a portal where we see additional functionality, maybe more forms, more reports, charts, graphs, whatever you have created for the admin level user. I created something very simple today, only 2 data pages, and I kept the submission form in line when I log in so that I can see it right over here. But normally how I would set this up is when I log in, I go to a completely different page. I have a navigation menu where now the admin level user can maybe see a link up here that says file a report. And then when you do that, you open up that form where you can submit it. So now if you did provide the phone number and I type in the zip code and I say maybe 3,000 homes were affected by a recent outage, and I hit submit, you should hopefully receive an SMS message. Let me see my phone if I'd received anything, and I did. So I will just see if I can show you my text message really quickly. All right, I don't think that it's going to focus for me, but let me see. Yeah, you can see there is the text message down there. Not sure if you can read that because it's blurry, but that is the message. So anybody who is tagged with that zip code will receive that message once the form is submitted. So now let's see how this was created. Because it's a simple app, I'm just going to go over all the tables and our 2 data pages and show you how the trigger was set up. So let's go into Caspio and let's go into our tables. All right, so I see that nobody opted in. Good. You don't want to provide your phone number. Again, I'm not going to expose any phone numbers. That's only one record in there, and that's mine. So for my opt-in table, let's click on design. We have the ID, we have the phone, and the zip code. Now, this is for the customers to opt in to receive that SMS alert. You could also set it up where the customer logs in, and maybe in their profile page, you might even have a checkbox to say opt in. That's another method, another way of setting it up. I chose not to do that today. I just created something very simple where I opt in by submitting the form. But again, like I said, you can also have a checkbox to decide if the customer wants to opt in to receive that SMS or deactivate or disable that SMS notification. The second table I have is the report. This is for the admin level user to log in and be able to submit that form. So we'll hit design. And you'll see we have, again, the primary key, we have the zip code, date reported, and the report itself, the message that's going to be sent via the SMS. And finally, we have the user table. And the user table is very simple. We have name, email, and password for Mike to be able to log in and submit that report. Now, the trigger is happening on the reports table. So if I look at my triggered actions, believe it or not, it's a very simple trigger. Okay. And what we're doing is basically checking for the zip code that it's the same zip code. So when I submit the report, obviously I fill out the zip code field, the matching zip code in the opt-in table, as long as it matches up, anybody with that zip code and the phone number that's associated with that zip code will receive the SMS notification. So we run the action on insert of data. So when you insert data into the reports table, okay, that's what's going to fire off that action or that trigger or event to happen. Select from the inserted table. Then we create the join between our reports table and our opt-in table, and the zip code needs to equal. And then it's very simple. You just include the phone number from the opt-in table, the report as we passed it inside as a parameter. So we can add the report field as a parameter inside the body. And now every time you submit the form, any zip code inside the opt-in table and any phone number that's tagged to that zip code will receive the report. Okay, and then we have 2 data pages. This is my opt-in. And this is all standard. We have a submission form. We hit next, next. Phone and zip code fields. I have a nice heading. Phone is required field. Zip code is a required field. And then for the admin level user, to report the outage, again, we have a submission form. Okay, and then we have a heading, and then for my zip code field, I need to input that data. We have a timestamp on the date reported, and then the report itself, which is a text area for me to fill out any information that I want to send to all of those phone numbers. Can everyone still hear me okay? Somebody is reporting that the audio is down. Can you still hear me okay? Let me know. Hopefully everyone can still hear me. You can hear me, Judith? Okay, good. So maybe it's just down for King Capo. You can hear me? Okay, good. Hey, Jody. Good to see you. Brian, you as well? Yeah, okay, good. So I guess today's live stream is going to be really, really short. I never know, how long these live streams are going to go, but that's really the the setup for this whole entire system, the mechanism. Obviously, you might have a lot more functionality for the admin level user. You might even have a login for the customer to log in before they can opt in. All of that can be set up. What I wanted to show you is a simple way to how you associate the zip code to the phone number, and then when you submit the report, all of those phone numbers based on that zip code will receive the SMS. Yeah, maybe it's a slow connection, King Capo. So yeah, just hopefully it comes back for you. Let me just close this. All right. So did anybody find that useful? Let me know. Hopefully, I mean, I thought it was an interesting idea to do for the live stream so that you can see a real life example of how a lot of these utility companies handle SMS based on, whoever opts in. Now, one thing that I will just mention for the tables, that if you did have the checkbox for users to opt in using that method, then you could even have, you'll probably be on this form here, is you would have a checkbox opt in. Let's just call it opt in, maybe a checkbox, save, and then you can include the where clause in the trigger to bring that field in. So on the triggered actions, we could do a where condition, where that field, so let me just opt in, is true. Okay, so that's another way of setting that up. So if I log in as a customer and maybe you have an update page, if I check the box to opt in, now anybody who's opt in, if it equals to true, will receive that SMS. Let me take a tuning in from Disneyland. Okay. Well, thanks for tuning in from Disneyland. Hopefully you're not on a ride, maybe Space Mountain or something, watching the live stream. Let's see. It's interesting. Just not sure how I can put it to use with our database. If you need some help, just shoot me an email, Judith. I don't know, how your database is set up in your application, but I'm sure if you want to take advantage of the SMS, you probably could. Let's see, we're working on a resilient power project related to disasters. I hadn't even thought of creating a system where we could do live research tied to outages. This has me thinking, thank you. Okay, good, excellent. Yeah, I mean, like I said in the beginning, we've had some outages where I live, which is really annoying. And I didn't know that we had outages. And I had a feeling that PG&E had something like that. So I went to the website. I had to log in, actually. It wasn't a public facing form. I had to log in and opt in to receive these SMS alerts. But that's something you can create as well in Caspia. Don't think that it can be a public facing form. You can log in as a customer and have an update form where you can opt in. You can also do an email notification too. You don't have to do SMS. You can do both. I could do an email notification as well. And it will be the same setup, really. Okay. All right. I don't have a topic yet for the 30th, end of this month for the live stream, but I will have something either today or tomorrow. You'll see it on our YouTube channel. And I hope you enjoyed today's live stream. It was a very short session. And as always, I will make this available as a download. Just give me maybe an hour or two, and I'll have it available in the description of the video so you can download it. Thanks, King Capo. I appreciate the feedback. All right, thank you so much. Have a good rest of the week, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Again, I don't have a topic yet. Thanks, Brian. Good to see you as well. Steven, yeah, welcome back, everyone. Good, Eva, good. Eva, I just don't know I never know how to pronounce that. I think it's Eva. Hopefully it's the latter. Keith Pickens, welcome back as well. All right, so I will keep the chat running. Long E, okay. Eva. Sounds good. So I will keep the chat running a few more minutes. I'll close down the live stream. If you have any suggestions for live stream topics, send them through and we'll bring them into the live stream. All right. Have a good rest of the week. We'll see you next time, and take care. Bye-bye.